I challenged random players to get an 11.0 grade, and anyone who beats this challenge will get a skin worth 899 diamonds.
Killing spree! Double kill! Mega kill! Double kill! Killing spree! Double kill!
So, can any random player beat this challenge? Let's find out. No one showed any interest. I guess they thought it was a prank or something. Since this challenge can be difficult for players who are playing roam because they have to compete with carry roles for the MVP score. So I decided to take the roam role myself to make the challenge as fair as possible.
Welcome to Mobile Legends!
At the start of the match, our nameless Beatrix got the first blood along with a few more kills, proving that she actually deserves this skin.
Nice.
Meanwhile, the other side of the map was also being dominated by us because we were doing good rotations while the enemy roamer wasn't. She was just wandering around alone, so I punched her against the rock. We also scared their hyper away, which gave us enough time to make turtle soup. After securing the turtle, I went straight to the gold lane to gank Leslie.
Another one.
We got a good lead because the enemies had Dark System players like this Yin, who is playing in the EXP lane. Like, Yin is already a bad pick, and playing him in EXP lane just makes him even more useless. Enemies also had the Queen of Dark System, Hanabi, playing in mid lane.
Stupid.
Since in this challenge, whoever gets 11 grade wins a skin worth 899 diamonds. But I'm not trying to spend diamonds that easily, so I had to level up my game to make sure only a deserving player gets the skin. At this point, the game just became one-sided. We were getting turtles easily, destroying enemy turrets and kicking their asses every time we saw them. There was basically nothing they could do to stop us. But you know what? This was exactly the plot armor the enemies needed. While dominating, we got so cocky that we started making rookie mistakes, just like this.
Bruh. Bruh.
Don't ask me why I went back in there.
Oh shit.
But sadly, the plot armor didn't work out for some of the enemies, maybe because they weren't the main characters. But this Martis, he was definitely the main character because right here, he showed us the power of main character. That's how enemies managed to take the Lord, but their Hanabi's pro mentality and their useless attempt to gank two tanky heroes made it difficult for them to push our base.
A few moments later.
They made the same mistake again, trying to kill me first, so of course, that turned out to be their last mistake.
Oh, you wanna fight? You wanna fight?
Die, bitch!
Bruh.
Thanks to our marksman tower locking the base, we were able to win the match. I thought Beatrix might actually beat the challenge, but to my surprise, none of them even got close to 11 grade, so that's how I got to keep my money. Again, I proposed the same challenge to these guys, and once again, they ignored it like they didn't even see it. Here, these two Gusion lovers were arguing over who should pick him, and this guy won, but only until he showed his win rate. After that, he just looked like a loser. Anyway, I wanted to see the enemy composition so I could pick a counter hero, but it seems like these guys aren't on that level to understand that. So by default, the game picked... Dude, I don't even play him that much. Why did he get selected? Isn't the most played hero for that role supposed to be picked? We basically lost the match right from the draft. Like, we have a pro Gusion with a 48% win rate, an EXP laner who will get easily countered, and not even a proper late-game hero.
Welcome to Mobile Legends!
As always, I went to the gold lane to gank their marksman, or more accurately, to babysit our marksman, because this Granger was getting his ass beaten by that Clint and his chicken. Soon after, our Hyper also showed up, and after seeing that combo, no wonder he has a 48% win rate, because any good Gusion player would have used his first skill on minions to close the distance, then used the rest of the combo to finish the enemy. This lack of skill made him the first blood.
Stupid.
Our XP laner was also getting destroyed, so it was basically up to me to take the lead.
Gotcha, bitch!
She got caught out of position again. Looks like she didn't learn anything from her previous mistake. Even though I was playing somewhat decent, our team's hero picks were just terrible compared to the enemies, so we kept losing fights and getting dominated.
Stupid.
And eventually we also lost the match. Of course, no one also got 11 grade as well.
Welcome to Mobile Legends.
This time I gave the same challenge to all 9 random players in the match because leaving enemies out didn't seem fair. Anyway, I went with Selena Rome. That's because our Hyper is a fighter who can initiate fights and act as a frontliner, so I had the freedom to go for a damage roam. And in my opinion, Selena is one of the best damage roamers because she can deal a huge amount of damage even at level 2. But yeah, you need to be really good at landing her second skill and have strong map awareness. Otherwise, you're just useless and die.
Bruh, look at this dude.
Here, the turtle contest was going on between both junglers, and somehow I got the turtle because both of them miserably failed to time their retribution.
Why are you running?
As a jungle main, I understand your pain, my dude. Here, I just wanted to poke this Carmilla so she would be forced to recall, but out of nowhere, this Irithel and Nana showed up and surprised the shit out of me.
I'm dying. Help me.
What's up, fuckers?
I gotta say, this Sora is playing really well. Seems like he doesn't want to lose either the match or the free skin. Bro is playing like he unlocked Gear 5.
Nice.
Since I was about to die, I instantly teleported to base, then rode the cloud to farm some aura, and sent this banana back to base for even more aura. Here, we thought Cho was nowhere near the turret so we could push it easily, but we were wrong. He showed up to defend, not alone, but with his roamer. I could have made a better play here, but in panic, I just flickered the hell out of there. But our Sora was like, "Don't worry folks, I'll clean up the mess." The most satisfying thing about Selena is when you accurately predict enemy movements and land that stun. But to do that, you first have to fail miserably.
Bruh. 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 Oh shit, not good.
Even though we were ahead in kills, we were struggling to defend our turrets, because this Cho pusher was relentlessly pressuring lanes. Knowing that we had to end the match quickly, we took the Lord, but as always, that didn't make much of a difference. So we kept up the pressure, maintained our dominance, and waited for the next Lord spawn. And as soon as it appeared, we secured it immediately. This Irithel was all alone clearing minions like a dumbass, so she got the punishment she deserved. Now that all their damage dealers were in the afterlife, Carmilla had no chance of defending the base, and that's how we got the victory. Even before checking the scorecard, I already knew that Sora had beaten the challenge, and the results just confirmed it. So now that we officially have a winner for the 11 grade challenge, I'll send the skin after 7 days. Because you know, you need 7 days of friendship to gift someone.